Have you felt like your CRM company that you work with is not supporting you adequately, but you're not quite sure because maybe it's the only one you've ever worked with and you just don't have a whole lot of experience to compare it with? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tell signs to know if your CRM company is just kind of asleep at the wheel and collecting your payment on a month-to-month basis and not doing much else to provide you value. My name is Christian Brindle. I run an insurance agency called Everything Senior Insurance. I also run an FMO, an internal agency with a book of multiple thousands of clients. I co-own a lead company, a virtual staffing company, and we run our own internal CRM that we're very proud of that's been growing and building over the past 2 years called 7-Figure CRM. I've worked with an abundance of different CRMs over the years. In some cases, I've been a consultant. In some cases, I've been an affiliate partner. And in other cases, I've been an actual user in multiple different CRMs in my career. And I can tell you that I see trends that fit the category of a lot of different CRMs in my time. And there are plenty of CRMs out there that treat it more like a lifestyle business for them, the owner, than they do about innovating a real great product for you, the end user. And it's only fair that you're aware of what to look out for so you don't find yourself in a system that is not providing you what you should be getting for what you're paying for it. Okay, so let's jump into this list of these 5 telltale signs. Number 1 way that you can tell if your CRM is not supporting you properly is when you have lackluster response times or poor response times. In some cases, no response at all when you have a question or need help with some faction of the system, okay? We see this far too often, especially with go high level white label systems. Now, not to say this is a blanket statement with all of them, but there's plenty of them out there that they just don't respond. They might never respond. If they do respond, it might take them days because the people that run it, the people that are there that can actually answer your questions are not in the business on the day-to-day basis, okay? It's fine if the founder or the owner themselves doesn't want to be the person physically, manually responding to every single question, but, you know, they should have other people in line, and we'll talk about this more in another one of these 5 things here. They should have other people on staff or lined up to be able to step in that are knowledgeable to be able to answer those questions, okay? So when you don't do that, you find yourself with people going days in some cases and sometimes never getting responses at all on their support questions. So lackluster responses, limited to no ways to reaching people, and everything else in between. This is a no-no and a mortal deadly sin, my friends, when it comes to your CRM. Thing number 2 is disorganization inside of the CRM. Have you ever logged into a CRM and there's just stuff over the course of many years, funnels, landing pages, websites, automations, templates, email templates, and there's no rhyme or reason or organization of it all. It's all just kind of smacked in there, dropped in there, and it's so much for you to actually sort through. In fact, let's say you create something of your own inside of the CRM, which most CRMs will allow you to do. Like you create your own automation, your own campaign, your own workflow of sorts. You can't find it because there's 800 workflows that they built that are just totally out all over the place, no organization. It ends up being clutter for you. You don't want clutter in your CRM. A lot of these systems, they think that just by dropping bulk irrelevant content that you don't need and never updating it, by the way. Some of this stuff is out of date by multiple years and they just never remove it from the system. It just lives there, that they're actually helping, but they're actually making it more confusing, more bulky, and harder to maneuver the system for the end user, and that's you. That's something to watch out for in your CRM. Way number 3, lackluster innovation of the system itself. What do I mean by this? So there's a lot of CRM operators that like to create fancy AI videos and things like that to show the public, to be like, oh, look what we're doing inside of my system. And then when you actually get into the system, there's none of that to be found for the end user. And even if there is, there's little to no training of any kind that actually shows you how to use it. You have to be almost capable of operating a CRM in and of it yourself with your own skills and capabilities in order to actually really make heads or tails of kind of what they're putting in there. We see this far too often. And the things that are actually in there and spelled out with training videos are really, really old. For some of you, they might have been put in there before you even got your insurance license if you've been in 5 years or less. And so this is troublesome, problematic, and in most cases, not helpful. Way number 4, I talked about this a little bit on number 1, refusal to invest into the system. This could be from bringing in innovation, from bringing in programmers to build out a friendlier, more advantageous side of the system. It could be from investing into hiring more staff, right? Have you ever worked with a system and you're like, I literally feel like there's 1 or 2 people total that run this entire thing, right? There's only like 1 or 2 people you ever deal with, and one of those people may very well be the founder of the CRM itself. Now that's fine if the founder and the owner is engaged and in the business on a day-to-day, and they're super engaged, they're very responsive. You might not notice too much of a drop-off with that, but when the founder is not involved on a day-to-day basis, and we'll cover this more on number 5, it is problematic. But it's problematic as well if they won't invest in hiring a good amount of support staff, training them, making sure that they're actually knowledgeable. This kind of ties everything together with a bow on top. It has to do with the poor response times. It has to do with the lack of innovation. It has to do with the disorganization. Because if you don't have the infrastructure of a staff, no business can run like a well-oiled machine. You need people. You need people that all have a defined role. You need structure. You need systems and processes. And some of these systems just don't have it. And you can tell once you're a user and you're dealing with it from a day-to-day basis. You're like, okay, there's only 1 or 2 people in this Hulk business, and it's all over the place, and I can see why. Reason number 5, you follow them on social media, right? Some of these guys that actually have their systems in place that you might be customers of, some of them are go high-level white label operators, and they're like on vacation every month. I hear this from agents that are customers of some of these systems that are looking at moving and changing systems. They're on vacation every month. They're never working. They're just like using their CRM as a lifestyle business. And you are funding it when you pay that bill every single month, right? They have you on the hook. Your credit card gets hit every month, and they don't have to provide you with any of the additional 4 previous examples that we gave on this list because they know that you're going to keep paying. A lot of these agents that are in these systems, they sign up for a system. They're paying for it. It hits their credit card every month. If it's a go high level white label, it might be $97 a month, might be the magic number that you're used to. And they never use it. And the owner and the operator's counting on that because then he doesn't have to innovate, doesn't have to support, doesn't have to respond, doesn't have to invest in staff. Why would they? Because you're not going to use it anyway. Doesn't matter how good or bad they make it, right? So by allowing that to happen, you are, in a sense, as an agent, a little bit a part of the problem, if we're being honest. Not holding accountable, not putting pressure on a business owner to make their product better. But more people are seeing the light. We're seeing it all the time. But you can kind of see an example of this, right? Like, does it appear that their business to them is a lifestyle business? If so, that's probably what it is. If it looks like a pig, smells like a pig, oftentimes it's a pig. Even if you put a wig on it and lipstick, it doesn't make it not a pig. It's just a dressed up pig, okay? So some people are using their business and their CRM business as lifestyle businesses. And you can usually get a telltale sign for that by paying attention to what they're doing on social media. Are they ever working? Are they always traveling? Are they always just goofing off? That is a real clear sign right there. What do you guys think? Do you feel like I missed any important key points when it comes to knowing if your CRM is not investing in your success properly? Make sure to comment down in the comment section below on if you feel like that is the case for you. In addition to that, if you are feeling frustrated, if maybe I just described in perfect detail what you might be experiencing with your CRM right now and you want to try something different, feel free to check out our CRM, 7-Figure CRM. We'll actually put a link at the top of the description of this video that you can go in and kind of check out more information about it. It is built by Medicare agents for Medicare agents and health agents, and it's got a lot of organization. It's innovating all the time. We have a great support team. That's something that we consistently get very positive feedback about, that we have a very strong infrastructure and support team to support our members. So go check it out down below. If you're a contracted agent with our FMO, you actually get it for free. In addition to that, if you're a Hire Heroes client and you have a virtual assistant with us, you also get it for free. So there's a couple different ways you can get it without having to pay for it at all. We also have all of our training courses, including 7-Figure University, now baked into it. So it's all one product. And there's a lot of agents that paid a lot of money over the years just to get in the university by itself. So it's kind of cool that we have that wrapped into one. Check that out down below. Comment your thoughts down below. If you found this video helpful, insightful, you feel like more agents need to hear this information, do us a favor, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help so many more agents like you find this information who desperately need to hear it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. I'm Christian Brindle, and here's to your massive success. Thanks, everybody.